Yo, yo, yo. Thank you so much for tuning in to Conversations with Glo radio show. We're sponsored by Conversation with Glo podcast. And again, that's with the K and not with the C. And y'all should already know what it's about, how we come in, all that good stuff. But if you don't, please head over to convo with glow.com and sign up for the emailing list where you can get information about me, your girl Glo, and also the future guests that I will have on my show as well. Okay. So make sure y'all do me a favor and go sign up for that emailing list. All right. That will make my day, night, all that good stuff. But anyway, but again, that is convo with the K. But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. I do have a guest with me tonight. I am going to allow for her to introduce herself. And y'all already know what we're going to do. Get into the conversation. Okay.
Hey, I'm Tia, or you can say Tia B, and I am here to have a conversation with the big Glow, of course. So let's get
Okay.
into it.
Okay. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, Tia. Okay. So the conversation. So the conversation for tonight is okay. So scrolling Twitter one day, saw you. I mean, I had saw where you had posts. Why are men always the blame for most failed relationships? And of course, I chimed
hmm
in on it. But
As you always
what?
do. I love it.
but but what made you say that? Like what actually made you come up with that question?
So, I was scrolling. I don't know what I was scrolling on. It could have been Twitter because I do scroll Twitter a lot. And I just always see like women say, "Oh, men ain't shit. Men ain't this. Men ain't that. Men ain't that."
Hmm.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they're wrong because a lot of men ain't shit. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like a lot of men out here that's fatherless as fuck and they're not shit. But I just feel like sometimes, because I have met men that come from a married home versus a man that comes from a single mother. And I found that, you know, I don't know, a lot who from my experience, I feel like the man raised from a single mother is the ones that are shit, and the ones that's raised in a married home is not shit. And it might sound funny, but that's just how I feel. But I just feel like sometimes as women we don't take accountability to what kind of made the relationship go left because it's not always just the man because ain't nobody gonna wander off if they getting a lot of attention, not even a fucking pet. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So if
Hmm.
you're doing everything you're supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like I don't see men bashing women as much as women bash men. So that was just something on my mind. Like, why do women just feel like something go wrong? Men ain't shit because when you get into an argument or a disagreement with your man, 9 times out of 10, us women, we are very combative. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I feel like instead of doing more listening, we like to do more talking back. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, I heard you. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I pissed you off. I did this, but why is you treating me like that? You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
that's just something that I just found intriguing, and I just want to ask that question and see if anybody would answer. But of course, nobody's gonna answer that fucking question. Not a woman, anyways.
My okay, so here's what I get out of it. I feel like that men are the blame most of the time, especially when women feel as if that they have done all they can do to actually save the relationship, right? So let's
Mhm.
say for instance, like I get exactly where you're coming from in regards with, it's a lot of men, well, it's it's men out here that are fatherless. And so with them being fatherless, they try to become like the best fathers and stuff like that. That's
Mhm.
that's being a that's being a father. That's one relationship, right? And of course, they can possibly fail at that relationship, as you stated, with the
Mhm.
fact of coming from a two-parent household, and it's just like a disaster. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So what I'm getting ready to do is take it into like relationship wise, right?
Mhm.
So in the relationship area with a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband and wife, so women feel as if that they do a lot before they actually check out. You get what I'm saying? So nine times out, I ain't gonna say 9 times out of 10. So basically, in their eyes, it does look like that the men are to blame because they've done all they can do. For instance, like, well, I'm coming to you and I'm talking to you in regards with how you you talk to me when we're in front of friends, right?
Mhm.
And so not saying like that's a reason to necessarily just leave your relationship, but when you get tired of being disrespected, if every time we go in front of my friends or his set of friends that he feels as if that he may need to talk to you any kind of way instead
And
of
that's
trying
that's
to talk
the
to
that's the
you.
girl problem right there. See, that's the woman problem right there. You done put up with it for so long that now he feel comfortable with keep on doing that. Had you put your foot down the first time and then he did it the second time, you had a little bit more strength to be trying to reiterate it again. I give you two strikes and you out. You know what I'm saying? Just depends on how
And that's
how
why I was
deep it
getting
is. Mm-hmm.
and that's why I was getting at. Okay. So you do have women that, what I'm saying, that it takes a little longer for them to necessarily just have the guts and be like, whatever. But again, they still have feelings and they still do get tired of it because at the end of the day, you should know how to talk to me when you're in front of your friends. I shouldn't necessarily have to keep telling you like, hey, like stop disrespecting me. Or another thing, um, dang, it was at the tip of my tongue as to, help me out, Tia, what I
I
wanted to do
mean,
because,
if a female is putting up with that type of shit, she either insecure or she didn't have the proper example of love growing up. So what she
mhm.
putting up with is probably what she got damn seen growing up. So she think it's okay, but now that she going through it, she don't know how to get out of it because she done got so vested into it. Now she know it's not okay. Sometimes it be too late for certain people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I don't. It's not always the men. You feel what I'm saying? Because a man only
But
people say
it's
it all the
the
time. A man gonna
hold
only do
on,
what
wait, yeah, wait. Oh, you're right. A man is only going to do what you allow for him to
and I'm
do,
not
but
saying I'm
but
innocent because
aren't
I done got down put up with some shit now. I
right, but
done
aren't
put up with some shit.
I think we all have, but aren't we all grown?
You right.
You and at the end of the day, I feel like, people, like we all grown, but I'm
Hmm.
just starting to realize like a lot of us really don't have common sense. So what I'm about to say is just like, okay, you should know how to talk to a person and respect a person.
Hmm.
How did that person become your mate? You get what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
understand that things change, people change, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But if I'm asking for you to do something and you're continuing to do it, then boom. Relationship wise, I know people that have it can be I hate that men necessarily just get the blame for having failed relationships. But if a woman is coming to them and talking to them about
Hmm.
some things and that's going on in a relationship, and the men feel as if that they possibly don't need to change, or the they can possibly change together. You get
But
what I'm
but
saying?
but you hear what you keep saying. You keep saying if the woman keep coming to the man, what about the man? What about the man? It might be the woman doing it, and the man trying to come to his girl. You know what I'm saying? That's really why I was coming from originally from that original tweet. You
Mhm.
feel what I'm saying? Like, why don't we give a man the chance to be in the shoes to say, well, you know what? I feel like I'm the victim. I feel like you ain't been doing this, that, and the third. Because soon as a man fits his mouth to say something like that to us, we like, what the fuck are you talking about? I come home, I cook, I clean. I do this, I do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, on
But
both
why
sides.
don't people
Everybody need to learn how to be like, okay, you know what? Because I done got to a point in life and doing that with a partner. I might be like, well, you da da da. Da. Then when he come back at me, I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry. I should have never, you know what I'm saying, just start expressing my feelings. I should have listened to what you were saying first because it might be something that I think I'm doing that I'm not actually doing that you're trying to tell me, but I keep over talking you with my feelings and how I feel this relationship is going and how I feel like you're making me feel instead of listening to how you actually feel. You feel what I'm saying? Because I could be the start of the bad relationship and I'm not noticing it because I'm kind of self centered to, well, the man is supposed to be this, that, and the third. You get what I'm saying?
I definitely understand where you're saying, and I know
Because I
my
get what you're saying
gestures.
now. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, and
And
I
neither
know
one
my
of us
gestures
wrong.
is just right. But here's my thing, right? So
My
with
bad.
you,
I get a little
no,
animated.
nah, you good. My whole thing is that with everything that you're saying in regards with, but why is it that no one can address the issue at the time that the issue had, like you just said, at the
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
give two strikes, right?
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Why can't nobody address the issue instead of you waiting until I get mad, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so once I get mad and I address the issue right at hand as to why I am mad, and then therefore you now want to throw some shit up in my face as to something that I may have did 2 weeks ago. That's
Mm-hmm.
on you. You get what I'm saying? I don't understand why you waiting to express on how you feel. And I get, I understand men, and I understand. I'm not gonna say that I understand them. I really don't, y'all.
I
I
don't
be
either, girl.
trying.
I don't. Sometimes I do. Don't get me wrong. I take up for
Like
them in certain
sometimes,
situations, but I don't get
right,
them all the way around the board. But certain situations, when I take up for them, I can understand, like, they sides of the fence type shit. But I
right,
damn
and I,
sure don't understand a man all the way around.
right. I definitely don't understand a man all the way around. But what I try to do is that I really do try to compromise. But what I don't tolerate is that you wait until I address something
Mm.
for you to address
Oh,
something. I
girl,
don't. I That's something I be, man. When I tell you, I be
that's
like,
a pet
bro,
peeve. That's a pet peeve. That is.
because
I
I'm
go
on
through the.
some.
Mhm.
You should have told me this, at the beginning. And this is why I'm telling you, said they get two strikes. But my whole thing is, why can't it be addressed at the time? And like I
Yeah.
said, women sometimes can become a pushover because sometimes
Mhm.
they can become a little, intimidated in regards with addressing their man as to how they're being handled. But also, a man should also know how to handle his woman. Don't switch up once don't
Mhm.
butter me up to get me to where you got me and then feel like that you need to mistreat me so therefore I can leave. This is why sometimes they do get the blame, because men sometimes really ain't shit for real.
They
And
will really
I
linger you
understand,
on. They will really
right?
linger you
And
on.
I understand that women can't be shit as well too. Some women ain't
Mhm.
shit out here. We see it all the
Mhm.
time. You get what I'm saying? But my
Mhm.
thing is that this is why that, coming from a female perspective, me and yours, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm also going to get a male perspective, because this is something that I do. You know what I'm saying? This is interesting.
Right.
Like, it's like, like you, it's like choosing your battles, but don't feel like that I can't get it. It's just like, yeah, like,
I feel like
don't,
so. For example, with my current boo or whatever, when I have a problem with him, like if I peep some shit or you know what I'm saying, I hear some shit. I used to wait to say something, but
that's
then
what
I
I
was
meant
like,
to
you know
say. Don't
what? I'm
wait.
like, fuck that. I'm not waiting. So now, like in this current, state, I don't wait. I say my shit right then and there. But he'll still wait. So when I call him out on his bullshit, he'll bring something that he knew from about 2, 3 weeks ago and be like, oh, but you. And I'm like, no, you know what I'm saying? But I done developed enough patience that I'm willing to work with somebody like that haven't been able to have that type of healthy relationship to be like, you know what, you right. Like what I did that was fucked up. I shouldn't have did that or I shouldn't have said that versus trying to goddamn bring up something from 2, 3 weeks ago. That shit ain't valid. You should say
It's
that shit
not.
2, 3 weeks ago.
It's not.
So whatever the fuck you talking about right now does
Exactly.
not override what I'm talking about right now. Cause what I'm talking about right now happened goddamn 2 hours ago. Not motherfucking over
Exactly.
72 hours ago. Yeah.
Exactly.
No. Cut
Exactly.
that bullshit with me.
Exactly. So that what I'm saying is that yes, that women can become pushovers in regards with, not necessarily just addressing things at hand. It actually comes with having, I guess, to get themselves there because we had to get
Hmm.
ourselves there. You get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
this is something that didn't necessarily just come overnight. We had to get ourselves there. So this is why you will see this is why men are being blamed for failed relationships because again, sometimes women don't know how to approach the issue until it is too late. And once they start
Hmm.
approaching the issue, the man again is used to it. And again, like you said, that well, like I said, a man is going to only do what you allow for him to do. And I've been there, done that many of times. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But now I have grown to address the issue at hand. Yes, I probably will let 24 hours go by, but I promise you, I get straight to the business, especially when it comes to me now. Because
Hmm.
I'm not saying, when I say that I'm all about me, I'm not necessarily a selfish person because that's not who I am. But when
Right.
it necessarily comes to me, I'm definitely choosing me first because it's been forever since I've never chosen myself first. You feel me?
I felt that.
Yeah.
That's why I be on his ass now. Like, yo, like the shit probably slid a year ago. It probably slid 2 years ago. Baby, 2024, it ain't sliding. So if you don't like it, you keep riding. You feel what I'm saying? If you like
Exactly.
it, you can park and you can learn what I'm trying to teach you.
And exactly, and he can learn, and if it don't work out with you, he can take that
Good
into
fucking riddance. Go to the
yeah,
next bitch and use what I taught you.
yeah, for
Cause
real, and
you ain't taught me shit but how to dodge a nigga like you when I get to the next one. Okay? So we
you
both
see what
taught
I
each other
mean?
something. Like
Yeah. So you see what I mean? Like for real. So this is why you see, oh, I hate the dating pool. But I don't necessarily just be saying I done say this many a times on here as well too. Let me get
Mhm,
this out first. Y'all already know I've been saying this for a while. But it also takes like communication as well too. Like I understand that, they be saying that men are to blame for failed relationships, and
mhm,
sometimes it is that way, but it also takes communication between relationships as well too. Like communicate, like we just said, the whole conversation was about that. Like communicate it at the
mhm,
time of the event. Don't wait
mhm.
days later to the event. But anyway, um damn, I don't understand why I keep losing my train of thought tonight because it is
Might
not
be a good ass topic. You got so much shit to say, you don't know where to start at, honey.
my brain is steady racing. Like what? Like what is going on? Like
Cause
what is
it's so
going
many ways
on?
that question can go. It's just so many goddamn ways it can go. So much shit you can say. She
It
don't know
is,
where to
and
start.
it's so true because people have their different perspectives on it, but we just
Hmm.
gave ours, and basically that's exactly what I'm sticking to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe I just lost my train I just lost my train of thought. That's crazy. That
They
is
just
crazy.
it's just, you gotta speak up, male or female. Say what you gotta say. Like, they make you mad. I'm learning that, lately I don't have a group of friends no more. I don't have people that I just pick up the phone. I don't have no hunger. I just pick up the phone and do all this gossiping and shit. And ever since I ain't been doing that, shit been kind of moving a bit more smoother and more peaceful because I ain't speaking out this negative shit that's
Mhm.
goddamn causing a negative impact on me. And then you gotta think when you talking to your homegirl, they encourage you, oh fuck that nigga, go tell that nigga this, that, and the third. And that's
Mhm.
where that's where your relationship fuck up at because deep down inside you might be in your feelings, but it's not that deep how you explain it to your friends. So then you kind of be looking at your friend like, hold on, bitch, you saying fuck him a little too hard. Then they get mad at you like, well, bitch, you should have said nothing. So, it's so, I'm one of them. Like, bitch, don't say fuck him a little too hard, bitch. I'm just trying to tell you what's going on right now.
Hey, look, I got a homegirl like that. Like, like
Like,
it's
chill
just been
out.
me. Like, I just be on her side so much, and she be like, "Okay, Glow, like."
Chill
Be
out on
like,
him.
but
Nah.
I'm with you though. Like, I'm with
Yeah,
you.
I done
Like,
had a
I
homegirl that
know.
just went too hard on my boo one time. I'm like, damn, bitch, you got beef with him too? Chill out.
But I don't. What I've learned though is that I don't tell my homegirls to leave their booze alone. None of that shit. Like, cause
Cause
I know.
relationships that go through things, you have to build a rapport. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With your partner, like you can't just want to leave after the first goddamn argument or whatever. Now, if it's an argument where he done goddamn whooped your ass and threw you up like some goddamn pizza dough in the air, yeah,
Hell
leave that
yeah.
nigga, sis. Leave that nigga, sis. But if it's just y'all just going back and forth, he might have said fuck your mama or something like that. Bitch, fuck your mama. We're gonna be right back fucking tonight. Girl, I done had a nigga like that. His mama died and all. I was there when she passed
Oh.
away. And I used to be like, man, fuck your mama.
Oh.
And he
See,
still was fucking with me, girl.
yeah. Yeah, that's a
But
different
but
topic.
had
That's
but
some
had but
toxic.
listen, had I told one of my homegirls that and she been like, yeah, fuck his mama, I'd be like, hold on, bitch, you need to chill the fuck out now. We'll get
Yeah,
on
cause
your ass.
his mama dead, man. You don't even. Yeah, cause his mama dead.
I
You
can
don't even
only say
talk
that. What
about
they
his
say on
mama.
Mean Girls, what she say on me, what Janet say, I can only call Damien gay.
Yeah, that's how I be feeling about. Yeah, that's how I be
Mm-mm,
feeling about some shit. Like, yeah, you don't talk too much shit about him. It's
mm-mm.
only me right now because I'm mad.
I let you
Cause
get away with two fuck yous while I really enraged, but when I kind of calm down, you still saying fuck you, bitch, fuck you. I'm about to call you back.
cause I'm about to call him and argue with him.
Yeah, yeah. Like where you at? Now my homegirl got me wanting to get back up with you because she said fuck you. The fuck.
Let's wrap this up, y'all, because it done went from me being the blame to us sound like we toxic as fuck.
Good luck outro.
But anyway, Tia, I do want to thank you so much for coming through to Conversations with Glo Radio Show and chopping it up with me. It's been a good conversation. And again, I definitely do apologize for losing my train of thought at least about 3 times in this conversation.
Oh girl,
But
it's okay.
it is all good.
It was a
But
little juicy.
but before we go, can you please let the people know where they can meet you at or find you at? I'm talking about meet you at, find you at.
Oh, y'all, you can find me on Facebook, Tia Smith, TIA, last name Smith, SMITH. Or you can go ahead and follow me on Twitter at underscore I ran out of ideas.
Okay. All right. So y'all,
Snapchat, Snapchat, you can do a little Snapchat. I ain't really too fun to Snapchat, but it's Tia Smith 9643. I'm gonna say that one a little fast because I don't care about snappers, but Twitter underscore I ran out of ideas.
period. Y'all heard
That's where
what
you
she
can catch
said.
me with a good conversation. Sometimes I have good topics to put on there. I have good questions that you can chime in on. I am very open to talking to strangers, anybody. I'm always good for a good conversation. I don't do too much debating now, but I will have a conversation with you.
Right, right. We ain't. I'm exhausted. No, I'm just.
Okay.
But
Period.
anyway, Tia, thank you so much. Y'all heard where y'all can find her at. And to y'all that has been listening in on this show tonight, I do want to thank y'all so much for tuning in to Conversations with Glo Radio Show. Y'all already know where y'all can find me at. In the meantime, between time. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.